Do it.
Let's do it. Okay, Hussein, first I want to thank you for your 7 years of dedicated hard work, really conscientious and dedicated. I'm going to personally miss you, and I'm sure everybody here today is going to miss you. But I know you're going to do well, whatever you do, so I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And thank you for your service.
Thank you very much. Flip this thing around. All right, well, thanks, Mr. Satz. Thank you very, very much. You know how long I've tried to avoid this day. I at one point thought it would never come. I really did. And at other points I thought it was inevitable. But here I am. But I want to thank you for taking a chance on a young guy from Canada to come down here and prosecute, live his dream in paradise. Couldn't have asked for a better time, and I couldn't have asked for someone to put the faith in me that you did on such serious responsibilities so quickly and so early on in my career. So thank you for that. Thank you all for coming. It's a good showing. It's not bad for Friday at 4. Thank you all for coming. I just couldn't be happier that half my family's here today. My in-laws, Neil and Laura, with the baby. Thank you for coming. My parents couldn't make it down from Canada. And the baby, of course. I want to thank some people. Yeah, our timing's impeccable. I want to thank some people. First of all, Barbara Mitchell, if you're in here, I don't know. Thank you very much for advertising in my law school in 07. I've never had the CLI or this job. Thank you for your patience. My neighbor and I, Jonathan Goodman, applied to this office. He's from here. He knew where it was. I was looking for a place to golf year-round, and here I am. Mr. Morton, thank you for interviewing me and hiring me. Mr. Satz, thank you for agreeing with his recommendation.
You don't know what that recommendation was.
We'll never know. Jeff.
I'll tell you at your party tonight.
Yeah, right. Jeff, thank you so much for our time in FTU, for also putting that faith in me and trusting me as a supervisor and during my time in FTU. It meant a lot. Pete, I don't know if Pete's around. I know he's got a lot. Pete, thank you for just being you and being such a genuine guy. I couldn't have asked for a better boss during my time in FTU. I hope that during those 2 years I was able to help make some kind of a difference.
That noise helps everything.
Yeah, noise is best. And I particularly enjoyed working with my FTU supervisor colleagues. Couldn't have been more fun. The support staff. You know, I started writing down all the names. Come on in, Goodman. I started writing down all the names of the people I wanted to say thank you, and I stopped around 82 different names, and I couldn't possibly stand here and say 82 different names, but thank you all. There isn't a single one of you that I don't have an inside joke with, that I don't have a story with, that I don't have, in some cases, a very deep friendship with, and I really hope to keep in touch with you after I'm gone. Also, investigations and ITU, probably the only 2 units you wouldn't have let me go to, Mr. Satz. But thank you to ITU for those late hours, doing those nasty pictures from SexBat, blowing them up for me, and investigations for finding people that just weren't findable. Thank you very much. Scott Raft, I don't know if you're around, but I want to thank him. You know, there aren't many people. He's our resident firefighter, for those who don't know. There aren't many people who on a Friday at 4:30 would stop what they're doing, go back into their office, get on a conference call with West Palm Beach, the AG's office, and help them with an appellate brief off a conviction I had with a case that we have no responsibility for anymore to make sure that a pedophile doesn't get out. Scott's done that several times. And whenever he's come to my aid, we've never not prevailed. So wherever you are, Scott, thank you. Next, I want to thank God's gift of prosecution, Neva, wherever you are. Neva, you embody everything that makes a great prosecutor. I could not have been more thankful to have you in my 2 years, or I had you for a year and a half in SexBat. You have incredible managerial skills, and as a leader, you have the ability to release the potential of those that work under you and get them to work off of passion rather than just duty and having to do their job, and I will forever cherish that. To the ladies of Sex Bat, and Justin, and Dennis, thank you for your help. Thank you for giving me the 2 most rewarding years when I knew nothing when I came in. I had the most incredible time. I still check up on those nasty perverts, make sure they don't get out on the website. Even though it says life in prison, I still get nervous about it. And I couldn't have helped put away as many of those people without your help, and specifically Anna, thank you so much for your help. And Susie, I don't know where to begin. We had some amazing memories together. They're all based in high drama, stress, and high stakes. But in the end, they're incredible memories, and I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see. To a mentor and a lifelong friend, Tony Lowe. I don't know where to begin. You know, it's not a coincidence that every time we have a plaquing, somebody gets up here, talks about, you know, you being their moral compass, and you are for so many of us in this office. And you're that true north in this office of just keeping it, you know, directed in the right direction. I probably learned more from you about non-legal, non-work related stuff and just about life than anything else. Thank you for being there wherever, whenever I needed you. You answered the phone in Alaska one time, in a hockey tournament, one time in New Jersey, one time in Ohio, and I could hear the skating in the background. Thank you. I cherish that friendship, and I hope to keep in touch after I'm out of here. Okay, most important thanks goes to a person that this belongs to just as much as it belongs to me, and that's my wife, Melanie. Melanie is by far the most selfless person I have ever met. She, straight out of her parents' home after getting married, followed me down to another country, to another city that she's never lived in before. And without her, I never would have been able to take this job or stay here as long as I did. You know her all as the coolest wife in the world. Yeah. To me, she's my sugar mama. She was able to, you know, she would bike to work when we moved down here because we had one car. She would bike at 6 in the morning in the dead of summer to work and come back at night in the rain after a 13-hour shift so that I could have that nasty minivan you all remember to take my boxes and go to work in. I mean, that's unbelievable, so thank you. This belongs to you. The last thing I'll say is, you know, everybody, for the most part, gets up here and says, this is the best job that I've ever had. This is the best job that I'm ever going to have. And 99% of the time, people say that, and they've never had another job in the legal profession. Okay, and what makes it like that? I mean, what is it about this place that does that? And I really do think it's the friendships and it's the togetherness. It's the ability to, and I know of no other job where 25, 30 of us would go to lunch together every single day. Galka's nodding, yeah. And misdemeanor, we'd go to the 110 Tower, and Fridays would be 30 of us at Cheesecake Factory. Where else can you go out with 25 of your colleagues, you know, on a Saturday, close up the Intercoastal with 2 boats and have the time of your life? And then you come in on Monday and you look to your left, you look to your right, and you're trying a case with that so-called colleague, but really they're your best friend. And I cherish that. I've made a lot of best friends here. I cherish the rituals, whether it's our lunch rituals, packing into that nasty minivan. You know, that thing didn't have air conditioning, the windows didn't roll down, and the gas gauge didn't work, and sometimes we would run out of gas. And I remember one time, little pretty Eile was in the car with us, and she's out with her high heels in the dead of summer, pushing this minivan. But, you know, we were broke, but we were broke together, and there's something to be said about that in this place. I know our resident poet isn't here today, but I'll leave you with this, because I guess that van is pretty famous. It was like a badge of honor from county to felony, and it represented, I think, so much. My good friend Alex, the freight train Fisher, had a poem written about him that gives a really good idea of the kind of place this is to work. And a poet in this office wrote this poem, so I'll read it to you. It's entitled Big Daddy El Rashidy and the Freight Train, Alex Fisher. It goes a little something like this. Big Daddy's pimping from the shaggin' wagon van, calling us baby and claiming he's the man. But the story I'm hearing doesn't match the hype, because the DNA stains in the back ain't his type. Seems a freight train was rolling through the caravan last night. He was slamming on the wheel till he blew out every light. And the only thing rocking harder than the van was some poor girl's breathing for a 30-second span. She'll never tell the story, so we'll never know the truth. But I heard it was a crime based on the child's youth. It'll end as an urban legend, an office tale, no doubt, with Big Daddy as the hero and the freight train's name left out. So I didn't leave your name out this time, Alex. Love you all very much. Thank you.